Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're seeing me for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Lady CEO and I talk about fully funded scholarship and how to apply to admission to university in different European countries, and also have a TikTok page where I talk about fully funded scholarship and admissions, so go and follow me there. So right now we'll be talking about authentication and legalization and what you need to do. But before then, if you have not followed me on my YouTube, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel and on your notification button so that in case I upload a video, you get it first. So let's dive in. So most of you don't know the meaning of authentication and legalization. So I'm going to be explaining it right here. So first, what is authentication? Authentication is when you prove that your academic document is real and it's officially used for international university. Now you understand. So what is legalization? Legalization is when the government authority confirming that the document is signatured, stamped, and genuine, very genuine, so that other country can accept it. You understand? So now you know the meaning of legalization and authentication. Okay, so now why did the government authorities want us to authenticate and legalize our documents? Number one, to prevent fraud. Number two, to make sure it is real and genuine, and those grades in our results, it's actually issued by the institution. Yes, and also it can be used for student visa, and also it can also be used for student permits. Of course, you have to get your student permits. Those documents are very important, and also it can be used for admissions. Right now, if most of us, if we want to apply for admissions in some of the European countries, we have to authenticate. That's the reason why we always say make sure your document is authenticated and legalized by the country embassy before applying for admission. If not, your admission or your application will be rejected. I have a friend that applied for a admission in one of the European countries. She was rejected because the document was not authenticated and not legalized. So they asked her to go and legalize her document. So that is the reason why you should authenticate and legalize your document. So what are those countries that request authentication and legalization? Number one, Hungary, Bulgaria, Italy, Spain, Poland, Australia, and there are lots of them, you understand. But some of the countries does not require legalization, but there is one country that do not require legalization. Yeah, and some of the country that does not require authentication and legalization is France. Yes, France, you don't have to authenticate and legalize. Like, you don't have to stress yourself. If you don't want to stress yourself in authentication and legalization, okay, you can just go to France if you want to go to France, you understand. But if you want to go to other country like Romania or Bulgaria, you have to authenticate and legalize your documents. Is that clear? Like, do you understand? So before applying for that admission, before applying to universities in this European country, make sure to check if the university require legalization or authentication. Make sure you check, okay, before applying. That's the reason why we also tell you that in these scholarships, like this fully funded scholarship, most of these countries like Spain, Italy, they require you to legalize the document before applying for scholarship. You can still authenticate, you can still use the authentication, but if you want to apply for student visa, you have to legalize the documents. If not, they will not accept your documents. Okay, so now where do we authenticate and legalize our documents? For authentication, we authenticate the document at the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs, so it's not for free. I think per document is 30,000 naira, and imagine you want to authenticate like 5 of your documents, and if you calculate it, 30,000 naira times 5, you know how much it is. So yeah, it's not for free. Then for legalization, the country you want to go, you have to go to the embassy and legalize the documents, you understand, and it's not for free. So what are those documents you have to authenticate and legalize? So if you're going for a bachelor degree, you have to authenticate your work, your transcripts, and your birth certificate, you understand, and your passports. Yes, your passport, include your international passport. So this four things, but the major one is this birth certificate, transcript, and your work. You understand? It's very, very important for you to authenticate and legalize. So this is what most universities use. You understand? This is what universities use: your birth certificate, your transcripts from your secondary school. Yeah, I will also talk about that in a separate video on how to get your transcripts and your birth certificates. And for those going for masters, yeah, for masters, you have to get your BSc results, your BSc transcript, and your birth certificates. Okay, so international passport is optional. I don't know about that, but yeah, the major three one you should get is your birth certificate, your results, and your transcripts. So these are the major documents you have to authenticate and legalize. So guys, if you need any information about authentication and legalization, you can drop it in the comment section. Okay, and if you're looking for who to help you to authenticate and legalize your documents, yeah, you can, test me, and I will, give you somebody that can do that job for you, that can just ease the stress for you. Okay, yeah, so please subscribe to my channel and on your notification button, so that anytime I drop an update like this, you'll be the first to get it. And also follow me on my TikTok page. I talk about scholarship, fully funded scholarship for masters, PhD, and bachelors. Okay, so don't miss it out. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.